All the people here who bought this wireless tungsten cube to admire its surreal heft have precisely the wrong mindset. I, in my exalted wisdom and unbridled ambition, bought this cube to become fully accustomed to the intensity of its density, to make its weight bearable and in fact normal to me, so that all the world around me may fade into a fluffy arena of gravitational consequence. And it has worked to profound success. I have carried the tungsten with me, have grown attached to the downward pull of its small form, its desire to be one with the floor. This force has become so normal to me that lifting any other object now feels like lifting cotton candy or a fluffy pillow. Big burly men who pump iron now seem to me as little children who raise mere aluminium. I can hardly remember the days before I became a man of tungsten. How distant those days seem now. How burdened by the apparent heaviness of everyday objects. I laugh at the Philistines who still operate in a world devoid of tungsten, their shoulders thin and unempowered by the experience of bearing tungsten. Ha! What fools, blissful by their ignorance, anesthetized by their lack of meaningful struggle, devoid of passion. Nietzsche once said, a man who has a why can bear almost any how. A man who has a tungsten cube can bear any object less dense. And all this talk of why and how's become unnecessary. Schopenhauer once said that every man takes the limits of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. Tungsten expands the limits of a man's field of vision by showing him the example of increased density in comparison to which everyday objects to which he has formerly accustomed gain a light and airy quality, who can lament at the tragedy of life when surrounded by such lightweight objects, who can cry in the world of styrofoam and cushions. Have you not understood? This is no ordinary metal. In this metal is the alchemical potential to transform your world by transforming your expectations. Those who have not yet held the cube in their hands and mouths will not understand, for they still live in the world of normal density. Like Plato's cave dwellers, those who have opened their minds to the density of tungsten will shift their expectations of weight and density accordingly. To give this cube a rating of anything less than 5 stars would be to condemn life itself. Who am I, as a mere mortal, to judge the most compact of all affordable materials? No! I say gratefully to whichever grand being may have created this universe. Good job on the tungsten. It sure is dense. I sit here with my tungsten cube, transcendent above death itself, or insofar as this tungsten cube will last forever, I am in the presence of immortality.